Okay, this is what it looks like when it's all done. So I want to show you all the problems that I'm having. Right here where the trunk lid is. Let's see if I can get the lighting correct here. No, but anyway, this is it's not lining up correctly. Right there, it's a little off. I got to move the hood to the left side. But anyway, I just wanted to show you, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to start welding everything up. I have it temporarily clamped right there. Everything is lining up fairly well. I haven't punched holes in the quarter here yet so I could spot weld, but I think I'm gonna tack that. I don't think I'm gonna actually spot weld it because I could get in here and weld, you know, 1/4 inch tacks. I think that would be better, and then I'm gonna seam seal it, make it easier for me. But I wanted to show you that, and let me show you the front. Okay, this is the other issue I had, was the gap on the door. I got it a lot better than what it was. The door actually has to come down a little bit, but as you can see, it gets smaller at the bottom there, but the door has to come down a little bit, so that'll open that up a little bit. So that gap I could deal with. I'm going to be replacing the door anyway. And I just wanted to show you all this in here. That's all tacked in there, and it's getting ready to weld. I wanted to show you that. Those are my zip screws, so that's ready to go ahead and weld into place. I just wanted to, this is my final fit. Everything here looks good. This is the outer wheel well to the quarter panel. Let me show you a close-up of that. That's really nice. Everything's tight. Clamp it, spot weld it, and we're good. So other than that, we're ready to rock and roll. I want to show you this thing right here. I have one screw here, and one screw here, and one screw here. This is nice and tight. This is where I have the problem. I wanted it to go that way a little bit more, but if I do that, it pushes this out. And I wanted this to be flush, so it's still, see how I can move that. It's temporarily in there, so I'm actually pretty happy with it. So I'm going to take the quarter off, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside, and then I'm going to start welding. Okay, wanted to show you, this is the wheel well, and I'm going to weld it up in here all the way down. And I am going to start probably from where I have it clamped, like here, here, and then I'm going to move my clamps down. I want to show you under here. Right there are my zip screws. It's holding it in place, and I am going to, hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to show you right in there. I'm going to weld my holes that I drilled next to my zip screws, and I'm going to go all along that whole area there and weld down, and right in there, and everything gets welded together. So I'm going to show you that, and then when I'm done, I'm going to move up here. I'm probably going to bounce around. I don't want to get it too hot. It's not going to really matter because no one sees it. It doesn't matter if it warps, but you don't want it to get out of control. So I am going to jump around a little bit till I get it nice and tight. But anyway, wanted to show you that. This right here is the wheel well. I had to move it out. It was sticking past the quarter panel about a 1/2 inch. So I put some cuts in here, bent it out a little bit so it fit a little nicer. But I'm probably going to roll the fenders and the wheel wells later once I install the axle. So, but anyway, just wanted to show you that. Be right back. All right, I'm going to tack weld it right here. Actually, I'm going to weld it there first. And then I'm probably going to jump down in here, excuse me, and start welding the underside and then bounce back up. I want to use this clamp, actually it's bigger, so I want to get in here and clamp this really well. So, all right, I'll be right back. All right, that looks good. That's going to be my first tack. I'm going to do my second tack up in here. All right, that looks good. Wait for that to cool. I'm going to weld down in here, and I'm just going to continue welding. Okay, I welded it all up. Let me show you right there. It's all nice and welded up. I'm gonna make them smooth because that's what I like to do. I don't like it all rough, even though you're not gonna see it. It's behind a quarter, but I just wanted to make sure it looks good. Just a little thing of mine. And anyway, under here, everything is welded up. Just wanted to show you that. All the way across, down there, nice spot welds, and way up there, it's all welded. So I need to clean up because of, this is under the wheel well, and you could see it when I take it to a car show. So this, I'm really gonna make it nice and smooth and clean. So I wanna show you my progress, and I'll show you when it's all cleaned up. I put the quarter panel brace back on. That wasn't in my other videos because I had it laying in the trunk. But I wanted to let you know that this panel here braces the quarter panel in the back. It keeps it from vibrating. What I'm going to do is scrape this off, and then when I reinstall it, I'm just going to install some foam putty here, and that should be fine. It broke off when I removed it here, so I tack welded it on the top and on the bottom there. This is what it looks like all cleaned up. I grinded all my spot welds. I did all that inside. That looks pretty good. Nice and cleaned up. That's the inner support there. That's tack welded also. I'll show you in a second. Just wanted to show you everything here. That's the underside, and then over here, that's the part where I welded right in here. That's all welded down. Added the support to the rear seat panel there. So everything's done and cleaned up. So now I have to fit the quarter. And once I fit the quarter panel, then I could go in and start welding that in place. But I just wanted to show you my progress on this. Be right back. Okay, the problem that I'm having, once I welded the inner wheel well in place, the heat actually distorted it a little bit. So now I'm having a problem fitting the quarter panel again. See all my lines right here, as you can see, it's actually hard to see, but they moved. I used to have about a 1/4 inch gap at the bottom, and now I have an 1/8 inch gap. So the problem is everything shifted. So I need to compensate for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the back of the quarter panel up to compensate for this distance, and then I'm going to secure it really well so it won't move, tack weld it, and then I'm going to move to the back of the quarter, and I'm going to do the same thing. Right here you could see my lines. They actually dropped about 1/8 of an inch from me welding the wheel well. So that's done. So what I have to do is I have to compensate for that. So now what I'm going to do is change this a little bit. I'm going to lift this up a little bit and change the back quarter. It's actually moving a lot on me, so I am going to be doing that. And then the trunk lid actually still looks pretty good with the gap. Once I clamp it, it's pretty even, but again, I need to compensate for the front. That's a little more important than the back trunk lid. So I will show you in a minute. All right, I was having some problems fitting the quarter once I welded the inner and outer wheelhouse, and I wanted to show you. I started tack welding, but what I ended up doing was adjusting the door so it came out really nice. The gap up top, the top of the door actually has to come down about 1/8 of an inch, and then it'll equal out. I started tacking it in. My spot welds right there, right there. I tack welded right here, and I tack welded here. Just in case if I do need to move it a little bit more, I can, but I think we're pretty good. Everything's nice and tight. I also, let me show you, I tack weld the quarter panel up here, and there's a spot, hold on a second. I don't know if you remember me telling you, but back in there, the quarter panel has to get tacked to the top bracket. And right there, as you can see, I was able to get 2 spot welds in there. So that's nice and secure. And I want to show you, down here is the spot weld along that bottom rocker. So I was able to get in there and tack weld that. That came out really nice. I thought it was going to give me a much harder time, and I wanted to make sure, since I'm working by myself, I wanted to make sure that this right here is pretty smooth and equal, so it doesn't move. So that actually came out really nice. So I was able to clip it here so it wouldn't move. So I had to do a little adjustment, but that came out really super nice. So I'm happy with it. I wanted to show you this right here is the metal profile of the door matching the quarter. That right there is really nice. That worked out well. I'm happy with it. And I like to thank my new subscriber, JT. He has been with me today. We've been going back and forth, chatting a little bit. So just want to thank my new subscriber and my other new subscribers. If anyone is interested in a question or has a question and wants to comment, feel free. I basically get back to you either right away or within a couple days. So again, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. And for right now, this actually is hitting here, as you can see, but this is loose, so I have a lot of play and I'll be able to adjust and move around. So I'm not worried about that right now, but as I get to it, I will show you. So I'll be right back. And I'm going for a 1/4 inch gap because of the primer and the paint. It should fill it, but right there on the bottom, that's a little bit of rust, and I have to grind that. That looks like it's sticking out, but it is. I have to grind that. But yeah, 1/4 inch gap on the bottom actually has to come down a little bit more. But other than that, it fits really nice. I'm happy with it. And I'm going to show you the back. All right, this right here, I tack welded there all along the drip edge. This is just tack weld. I didn't finish it through and through, but I just wanted to show you that. There's a little tack weld here, tack weld there, and what I'm doing is working my way down. I didn't do this right here. I'll show you. I didn't do this part of the quarter yet. It's still clamped together. Just wanted to show you that all the way down in there. I didn't do that only because I wanted to make sure that this up here actually lined up properly when I closed my trunk lid. And right there, just wanted to show you that it lines up really nice. Nice gap all the way up. I have to move the top over a little bit because the gap is on this side, as you can see. I'll show you. See the big gap on that side, and it gets tighter on this side. So the whole trunk lid has to come to the right and right side and back. So I'm actually happy with that. So I am going to finish spot welding this and cleaning it up and then grinding it. So I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. But this is nice and secure now. This piece is not welded because I am going to change it. I changed my mind. I don't like the way this is all pitted up here, so I'm going to change that. But I wanted to show you I welded this. I still got to do some cleaning up right here. Let me turn the light so you guys could see. Right there. I still have to grind that smooth. And then my next project is going to be removing these clamps and welding all that down in there. I'm just probably going to put a weld every 2 inches or so. And then wanted to show you my progress here. Hold on. This is all cleaned up and welded. I'm sorry, all cleaned up and grinded right here. Just wanted to show you that, how that came out really nice. It's hard to see because it's shiny, but once I primer it, it should be fine. But again, I'm still going to be doing some work here. Just wanted to show you. Oh, I took the striker off, sorry. But anyway, the gap on the door, I really like that, the way it came out. And like I said, I got to lower this door a little bit. And I did some more welding up here. It's not the prettiest job, but this gets filled in with lead. I am not going to do that. I'm going to use that metal filler once I grind and clean this up. I have a little bit more welding to do right in there. I could see that welding up in there and up in there. Okay, I wanted to show you this. I spot welded that right here all the way down. Looks really good. All the way down there. And I just wanted to show you my penetration. I got really good penetration right there. It's good penetration. All right, all down in there. I got really good penetration. So, and then right here, I spot welded here. Got some good penetration as well. So everything's good. So what I am going to do is sand it a little bit and move on. So, all right, I'm done with this quarter panel. I'm done with this side. Like I said, I still have a little bit of work to do, but it's I still have a little work to do, but that's just like cleaning up and primering and stuff like that. But I'll show you when I'm done with the other side. I think I'm gonna do the other side first before I start changing this panel here. But anyway, again, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers and my old subscribers and everyone who's supporting my channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.